All right, and welcome to Angle Bisectors Level 2. Now, number 1 says given angle BOC is equal to 5x minus 6 degrees. Now, notice for the record, we see this arc right here, and then we see these two arcs right there. And that is the construction for an angle bisector, meaning it's cutting the angle in half. Now, how would you describe angle BOC? Is that the half or the whole? Go ahead and think about that for a second. But we have 5x minus 6 degrees. Then we're given angle BOA is 38 degrees. Well, notice there's B to O to A. You'll kind of notice, hey, that's a half or a whole. And so I'll go to write 38 degrees. Now, what if I write this? What if I write, hey, 5x minus 6 is equal to 38? Now, let's kind of walk through this. We can see there the 5x minus 6 in the purple, that is the top half of the angle. And we can see there that red, that angle BOA, is actually the whole. Now, is that a true or false statement? Well, hopefully you would say false. Because remember our example in our last class, if I had $100 and I said, well, what's half of 100? And then we put 50 there. Well, is it true that $100 equals $50? No. And so the question is, how many halves does it take to make a whole? Well, of course, the answer is 2. So we're going to take this half on the left here, let me change colors, and we're going to multiply it by 2. And this brings us to our general statement for this video. 2 halves equal a whole. Okay, well, how do you solve something like this? Well, the first question you ask yourself is, can I simplify the left side or the right side? And we can simplify the left side by distributing. Distributing means we multiply through the parentheses. So 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12, is of course equal to 38. Now this brings us to our next question. How can I get the letter x by itself? Do I need to get rid of the multiplication or the subtraction? And hopefully you said the subtraction, because we always get rid of subtraction or addition first. Well, what's the opposite of minus 12? That would be plus 12. And so what we do to the left, we'll do to the right. And we have 10x is equal to, circle your zero pair, 38 plus 12 is going to be 50. And we're one step away. How do you get rid of the 10? Well, you have to divide both sides by 10, and x is equal to 5. Notice this is only asking us to find the value of x. Okay, pause the video, finish taking notes. Let's move on to a second example. Okay, here we have example 2. And the first thing we're given is angle DBA. So notice if I start from D and I go to B and I go to A, it is that top half right there, 7x minus 1. And then if I go ahead and I notate angle ABC from A to B to C, I can tell you right away, hey, that's the whole angle, and that's going to be 26 degrees. So let's go back to our big idea. If I have 7x minus 1 is equal to 26, is it true that a half is equal to the whole? And of course, no. The answer is no. So here's the question I have for you. How many halves does it take to make a whole? And I hope you said 2. Meaning we have to multiply our left side by 2. Now think about it. What was that fancy D word we used in our last example? We need to distribute the 2. And so 2 times 7x is 14x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 is equal to 26. Now, how do I get the letter x by itself? What do I get rid of first? My multiplication or my subtraction? And hopefully you said, hey, we're going to get rid of the minus 2 by adding 2 to both sides. Everybody circle your zero pair. And 14x is equal to 28. We're one step away. In order to get rid of the 14 to get x by itself, to get rid of multiplication, we have to divide. And y'all, 28 divided by 14 is 2. I hope this video helped. Pause the video, finish taking notes, and I just want to show y'all one more example very, very quickly. Now, for example 3, what I want y'all to do is this. Say, hey, here is, I look at letter A, B, D is clearly that top half. So, all right, the half is equal to, and I see here that, let's see here, if I can switch colors, A, B, C is the whole. But notice they're multiplying 2 times the whole. Well, does that make sense? Let's think about this. Half of $100 is 50, and half, $50 is half of 100, then 100 is the whole. Does it make sense that 2 times 100 equals 50? And hopefully you would say no. Okay, let's look at letter B. It says 2 times angle ABD, meaning 2 times, we know ABD is the half, and then it's saying 2 halves is equal to angle, let's do it in purple, DBC. Well, wait a second. That means 2 halves are equal to the half. Or 2 times 50 is equal to 50. Well, of course, that doesn't make sense. Cross that out. For letter C, we see 2 times ABD. So remember, ABD is the top half. So 2 times the half is equal to ABC is the whole. And ask yourself, hey, is that a true or false statement? Do 2 halves make a whole? And since they do, the answer is C. All right, y'all. I hope this helps, and I'll catch y'all in our next video.